Hello, this is an update on my casual tactical game prototype. The idea here is that the game has a casual experience, sort of fast, slick, easy, but that has all the bite of a tactical game rather than just the quick reflex games that you tend to see in casual games. This is the village. The village is, while your individual characters in your party will level up and get stronger, eventually they will retire. When they do, they retire to the village, improving it, and the village can also be improved by other means. So the village is what the characters will mostly focus on, or players rather, will mostly focus on when they're trying to improve their game. Right now the village has a basic store, an adventurers guild, and a tavern. Let's go into the tavern and hire ourselves some cronies. Well, it looks like we started with a knight. All the characters are random, so the names, appearances, they're all random. It looks like our knight will be supported by two gunslingers. Now we can actually go in here and, dequip and equip, but the store starts with no stock, so there's really no reason to do that. But we'll go ahead and get ourselves a mission. Here's an old man, just a demo old man, that will let us go and go on an adventure. Now the adventures are very rough. There's no actual plots involved at the moment. But this is the sort of fighting that you see. We're all level 1, so we're facing some pretty basic monsters. Now the way the game works is everything is either drag or click. There is no menuing, there is no complexity. It's all very smooth, but the depth is there. So if I wanted to attack, I have to end my turn adjacent to a monster or an enemy. Now, the problem with this character is the fact that she's weighed down by her armor. She's only got 2 speed, so she couldn't get very far. She's mostly a shield to stop these two characters from getting eaten. The gunslingers can shoot the monsters, like this. The gunslingers in this case are quite powerful because I haven't rebalanced them after implementing equipment, so they have significantly more power than they used to, but it's just a minor matter. So here's the slime. The slime will go ahead and... there's no AI, in case you haven't noticed, but there will be eventually. And I still can't reach that slime. So I could try and shoot the slime, except the gun people can only shoot every other round. They have to spend a round after they've shot reloading. So I'll just go ahead and move her around some. And same with this character. Now there are two kinds of melee attacks. The first kind of melee attack is when you end your turn next to or adjacent to an enemy. You'll automatically attack them. Nothing special. The other option is to end your turn on top of an enemy, in which case you'll slam into them, do double damage, and have no durability, no endurance left when you're done. So if that hadn't been the last enemy, that would have been a very dangerous move, because the next enemy could have eaten me alive. Now I leveled up, get myself some extra power. My meat shield has become even more meat shieldy, and that's the basics of the game. Let's go ahead and look for herbs this time. There's no real difference. See, there are a couple of slightly bigger slimes because we're now level 2. Woo! And you'll notice that the character hasn't completely recovered. That's because the idea is, as a casual game, you can play as many bouts as you'd like, but if you are clumsy and your characters get injured, you'll have to play the next bout weaker. You'll have to be careful not to get your characters injured. If a character dies, they come back at full health, but they lose all of their experience down to whatever base level they were. So there's a little bit of tactical depth to that. Similarly, just to show you, if I go ahead and move my knight to here, and I try and shoot, I actually hit the knight. So what you see is that there is quite a lot more depth to the tactical and strategic elements of this game than it first appears. It may just be mostly just a single drag or a single click to take your turn, but it is quite complicated in terms of how you have to think about it, how you have to interact with the terrain, and what sort of sacrifices you might want to make in order to make your long-term play better. Anyway, that's the basics.